Hello, everybody. This is David here, aka Chessman, and today we're going to be looking at some Grandmaster chess games. Um, One of the biggest problems I find is figuring out which chess openings I should learn. So what I've figured is until I know how to pick which chess openings, I'm gonna look at what the best chess players in the world do, which openings they pick because they're the best in the world. For some reason, the openings they play during tournaments, they've chosen those to play against the best players in the world. So they put in the homework. They've used strategy to decide which openings. So there must be a reason why they're playing the openings they play and succeeding. So today we're looking at Fabiano Caruana, who's currently third in the world, and he recently played in the U.S. Chess Championship in 2025, and he won. I'll just click on that. It said it was October 12th. It was a few days, so I think October 12th might have been the first day or the last day of the tournament. And he won with 8 points. So the openings he picked served their purpose, and he did pretty well. He won. So we're going to take a look at his games and see which openings he picked. And we're going to take notes. Hopefully, you got your notebooks or your word spreadsheets, or you have a photographic memory and can just watch the video 2 or 3 times and get it down, because this should steer you in the right direction. All right, so let's go back. Let's click on Fabiano Caruana, and we're gonna scroll down. If you've never used this website before, it's called 365chess.com, and there's a lot of features. Most of them are free. I think all of them are free. I'm not sure. Sometimes they ask for donations, but it's free. And you can look at different players. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, there's players by rating, and you can click on that. And then you can click on the names of the best players in the world. Today we're doing Fabiano Caruana. And then if you scroll down, they'll it'll show their chess games from the last game they've played. The last thing he did the Bundesliga 2025-26. He did Clutch Chess Championships, which I've covered, and he did the U.S. Chess Championship. U.S. Championship. I always call it the U.S. Chess Championship because I've heard U.S. Championship before, and couldn't that mean tennis? But anyways, if you've never used this website before, if you click on this, it brings up the game, and you can go through the entire game, and you can use the engine to see if the moves are any good. You could also download the PGN and upload it in your chess.com analysis board as well. So a lot of things you can do. We're going to go back. And another cool feature is under this thing that's called ECO is the code to the opening that they're using. So it tells us exactly what opening they used. So that's what we're going to be using today, and that's what we're going to be taking notes with. That's what the notes we're going to be taking. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. 11 games that we're looking at. So we're going to go through them pretty quick. Not a lot of fluff to this video. It's just writing down the openings that Fabiano Caruana played. So let's start. The first one is C80. It's called the Roy Lopez Open Tarrasch Defense. And it goes E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop B5, A6, Bishop A4, Knight F6, Castle Kingside, Knight takes E4. So write that down or watch the video a few times. And if you go to this website, what you can do is if you want to know what moves are played from this position, you can click on, it says played frequently by as white and as black. You click on the games and it shows you all the games where this opening was used, and you can see what moves were played after this. So it's a great tool. Alright, so that's the first one. That was C80 Roy Lopez. Alright, next is B91 It's the Sicilian Najorf Zagreb Fianchetto variation, and it goes e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, and g3. And that's b91. Next is b46 Sicilian Tamanov variation, and it goes e4, c5, knight f3, e6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight c6, knight c3, a6. That's the b46 Sicilian Tamanov variation. Next, we got d35 Queen's Gambit declined with 3 knight f6, and it goes d4, d5, c4, e6, knight c3, knight f6. That's d35. It's good to write the codes down. That way, when we look at other tournaments, that we're going to continue adding to the list. So if you see d35 and then we look at another tournament and it had d35, you know you've already got that one down. So I definitely recommend writing the codes. So next is c50, and it's called the Italian game, and it goes e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. And on this one, there's a whole guide to the Italian game that you can read, all the different variations, the main variations. So there's a lot of information here. That was c50. Next is a13 English opening, and it goes c4, e6. That was a13 English opening. Next is b12 Caro-Kann defense, and it goes e4, c6, d4. That was b12. Next is c83, the Roy Lopez Open Classical Defense, and it goes e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4, knight f6, kingside castle, knight takes e4, d4, b5, bishop b3, d5, d takes e5, bishop e6, c3, bishop e7. And that is the c83 Roy Lopez Open Classical Defense. Next is b22 Sicilian Alpines variation. In parentheses, it's 2c3. So it goes e4, c5, c3. That was b22. Next is a22 English opening, and it goes c4, e5, knight c3, knight f6. That is the a22 English opening. And last but not least, we have e36 Nimzo Indian Classical Noah Variation 5A3. And it goes d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2, d5, a3. And again, If you scroll down, there's E36 subvariants, and then you can learn these as well. Um, I always have doubts when I read lines because I don't know if they're good or not. So I usually put them in the engine so they tell me what the score is, and then I know if they're any good. Then I memorize them. That's my advice. I don't trust easily. All right, so those are all the games in the U.S. and the U.S. Champions. Another video I'm probably going to cover the Grand Chess Tour Finals. That's a pretty high stake tournament, so I'm probably going to do that. If there's any tournaments or anything else you think I should cover, I'm going to try to get to the world champions, the the world chess championship. I'm going to try to cover the different ones that happened over the years. If there is one you think I should cover first, then just let me know in the comments. If there's any specific players you think I should look at, there's a lot of them, so just let me know what you think. Just leave it in the comments. I'll take a look. But yeah, definitely go to this website and just enjoy checking out all the games and learn something. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more content. So I hope you have a good day and see you soon. Bye.